What's up guys, Jesse here, and today we're going to be talking about a couple of things that Orbitkey sent me. The Nest Everyday Tech Organizer and the Deskmat, which is on my desk right now. And full disclosure, even though Orbitkey did send these to me free of charge, this video isn't sponsored by Orbitkey, they're not paying me for this video, and they don't get to review any of the footage before this comes out. And with that disclosure out of the way, let's start this video off by talking about the Deskmat first. And if you guys know the channel, you know that I love anything to do with desk organization, because I feel like a well-organized space leads to a well-organized mind. But I know what you guys must still be thinking, Jesse, it's just a desk mat. What is there to talk about? Well, this desk mat in particular is pretty special because it packs in a lot of features that I haven't really seen in any other offerings. So first of all, you may have noticed that this has two layers. The bottom is made out of very soft felt material, while the top surface is made out of a surprisingly supple vegan leather. And the two layers are attached at the top here, which allows for a really neat document hideaway. Like if you have a document that you need to access pretty frequently, like a to-do list, or maybe you're studying for a test and you want to hide the answers under there while you're quizzing yourself so you don't get tempted to look, this is perfect for that. And it's a surprisingly simple and clever solution for decluttering your desk, which I am all about. This also has a channel running along the entire top of the desk mat, and it serves two functions. The first is just as a toolbar to store small items like pen, pencil, or chapstick, that sort of thing. And the other is to serve as a cable holder in conjunction with this magnetic puck that comes with the mat. The entire length of the channel is magnetized, and the puck has a channel in the middle, and all you have to do is put your cable in, place the magnetic holder in the position of your choice, and now the plug will always be accessible. Also, since the whole strip is magnetized, you can move the magnetic holder to any position that you want. Super convenient if you're someone who uses their laptop at work and at home and just wants to have the cable waiting for them when they come back. So those were kind of all the special features of the desk mat, but of course you still get all of the benefits that just come with desk mats in general, like vibration dampening. Your desk vibrates a little bit every time you make a keystroke when typing, and if you're especially observant, you can feel it. And having a desk mat like this, especially with that soft felt layer on the bottom, will definitely help reduce that. And it can also just add some contrast and dimension to your space, which I just think is really nice. The only complaints I have though, if I had to say anything, would be one, that they should have added some sort of anti-slip layer on the bottom, just because it does slide around a little bit on the desk, but it's pretty easily solved by getting some double-sided tape or just adding your own anti-slip mat for a couple of bucks on Amazon. And number two, the vegan leather surface is quite a bit grippier than most other mouse pads I've used and doesn't really track as smoothly, which just kind of adds to that slipping problem that I mentioned earlier. Like I'll move my mouse and then sometimes it'll just take the whole mat with it. It's really not that bad, and like I said earlier, it's pretty easily solved, but I just thought I should mention it. Now let's move on to the next product, the Nest, and this is an everyday tech organizer that is seriously genius. The lid has a genuine leather surface, and this flat part on the left is a wireless charging pad. Just plug it in via the USB-C port on the back and you're good to go. And on the right, there's just a little tray for you to put any little knickknacks that you may have, super convenient. There's a pen loop on the side, always a good idea to have one of those on you. And to open up the case, all you have to do is lift out the bungee, and one of my favorite parts about this whole thing is the hinge. So if you lift it straight up, the whole lid will detach, but if you open it like a book, then the lid latches on. Super simple mechanism, but very clever at the same time. On the inside of the lid, you've got some pockets here, and this mesh one is really nice and stretchy, so you can put stuff that has a little bit more thickness to it. I use it for a microfiber cloth, and it worked pretty much perfect for that. On the other side, you've got some extra pockets for thinner stuff, and this big one on the top is pretty great for something like a passport if you're traveling. I use the smaller one to keep a couple of business cards, and two more even smaller ones that are perfect for extra SD cards. And anyone who uses cameras has probably forgotten SD cards at some point, so it's always a good idea to keep a couple extra around. In the main compartment, I've got all of my essentials. My earbuds of choice for pretty much the past 2 years, AirPods Pro, And I know these aren't the best sounding or anything, and I actually do use an Android phone as my daily driver, but they have great noise cancellation and they fit my ears better than any other earbud I've ever tried, and I've tried a lot. Next, Samsung T7 2TB portable SSD. Storage is always essential as a content creator, and I love it because it connects via USB-C, it's crazy fast, and insanely thin and light. USB-C to C cable, never leave home without it, and along with that I've got this Samsung wall wart. I think this is the 25 watt one, but yeah, nice and compact, charges my stuff, Pretty simple. Lastly, I've got this Benchmade multi-tool which has a bunch of hex keys on it, flathead, and a knife sharpener. Super useful and has saved my butt many times. You might have noticed that it's a little bit rusty, and it's because I've had this thing forever and I may have dropped this in a river and not dried it off properly. But it still works fine and I just feel a lot more comfortable having it with me. Anyways, that's everything in there, but what I really wanted to show you guys were these dividers, because once again, Orbitkey has gone above and beyond my expectations. So the entire bottom surface is a Velcro material, which apart from protecting your stuff from scratches, also allows you to move the dividers around any way that you like. And that's pretty cool in and of itself, but the Velcro is actually pretty special because if you just put the dividers on there, then they won't stick. You actually have to put some pressure down and then twist it a little bit for it to actually stick on there, which just makes adjusting it a lot easier because you have to make sure you actually want it there for it to stick. And I feel like it's just little details like that that make tech organizers like these so cool. And having an everyday tech organizer to kind of collect all the little knickknacks in my life really simplifies my everyday routine, because instead of grabbing each and every one of these little items before I head out the door, all I have to do is grab this one case. That, along with the wireless charging and just the modularity of the case, make this a home run in my opinion. And I know it sounds like I'm being sponsored by Orbitkey, but I just really love companies that take products that haven't really seen innovation in a long time and just bring something new and great to the table. And Orbitkey is definitely one of those companies. So if you guys are interested in looking at either of these products, I'll link them down below in the description. But that's it for this one. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Remember to smash that like button, and if you enjoy content like this, think about subscribing and hitting the bell so you don't miss anything. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace!